What's going on, everybody? It's Darkskater7, and today we're building another computer. This is my brother's first computer that he's built. So instead of me doing it for him, he's one of those smart guys. He wants to do it himself and learn. So I got no problem with that. What we're going with today is going to be, and yes, I'm on a carpet before anybody jumps in the comments and starts talking shit. As you can see, we're on top of a non-conductive plastic lid. So we're going with a X570 board. We're going with a 500 gig SSD NVMe M.2 and also a 1 terabyte NVMe M.2. Also, we have the GeForce RTX 2070 Super. We're going with the Corsair Vengeance Pro 3200 megahertz 32 gigs DDR4. And then for our processor, we're going with a Ryzen 7 3700X and our Lian Lancool too. See, I wanted this case. And for our power supply, this should be more than enough. We're going with a ROG Strix 750 watt gold. So that is the build so far. And then right now, this is what the case looks like. So we're just in the beginning stages. He had the regular case fans, and he's already taken those off. So what we're gonna do is, I had some Noctua fans sitting around. And then figured, you know, he might as well go ahead and use some good fans. So he's going to go with the Noctua fans, and we're going to put those in the front, 120s as our intake. And then we're going to use the regular stock fan as our exhaust in the back. And then for his cooler, where's your cooler at, dude? What's over there?
Yeah.
You guys already saw a earlier video that I did about this Kraken Z73. He was able to find one that the scalpers didn't get a hold of. So we're going with the Z73 AIO all-in-one cooler for his CPU cooler, and we're going to leave the stock fans on that, and that's going to be at the top, and that's going to also be exhaust and cooling a CPU. So we will get back to you guys when we put everything together, or maybe mid-build, so you can see how it's going, and we'll see you then. All right. So he's going to put his first CPU into this motherboard. All right, so that's an AMD 3700X, and what we have here is an AM4 socket. You want to lift this arm up right here. This arm up right here.
Okay,
Yeah. Matter of fact, this is an Intel mount right here, so you're gonna take that off first. There's a screwdriver at. I might need to get a bigger bit for it. That good?
Yeah, it's good. It was good inside.
All right, that's I'm gonna put this down. We might have to pick it back up. Go ahead and take that off. So a lot of time when you get the board, even though it says that it's an AM4 socket, this right here is going to be for an AIO cooler or for whatever type of cooler you get. And usually it's going to be an air cooler. Can you pass me that right there? All right. So usually the AM4 or the AMD CPUs, they come with their own cooler. So you got this regular Wraith cooler right here, and that mount that we have right here is going to be what you use to mount it up. We're not using this stock cooler. It's good to have, but we're going to be trying to do a little beefier build and have the water cooler do that. So I'm going to take off that other one, and you can keep that for later. You see they got the pre-applied paste on there already. Yeah, we never use that pre-applied paste. I see they got like a little dot, some kind of a dot pattern on there now. Now when you get ready to mount this CPU, when you turn it over, there's going to be a gold triangle on it. And what you're going to do is you're going to line it up with the gold triangle in the corner, or with the regular triangle in the corner on here. Let's see, where is it? All right, there's your M4 socket. Triangles.
Let's see the triangle on here, but
well, you're going to turn it over because you got your pins, and those pins are really, really delicate. Most times it's going to go upright. So let's see, Ryzen here. So you got that little gold triangle right there in the corner.
oh, right there, yeah.
And the board is sitting up straight like this. So you're gonna drop it right down off in there. And just if it goes in weird, then leave it alone, but let it just fall in there naturally. It should fall straight down in there. Or you may have to turn it this way Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. Turn it so Ryzen is going across. So flip it, flip it, flip it. My bad. Flip it again. Ryzen is up here. See how it's got the socket there?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it should drop in naturally.
Yep.
There you go. All right, now you just let that down, and then it's retained. Give it a little jiggle. All right, you're good. Easy peasy. I had them all jacked up the first time, but we good.
Yeah, I remember reading. Oh, instead of it being an X, it's got a dot right there.
Oh, they changed it. Okay.
Yeah, so just dot it.
It used to be like a little triangle down there. You just line up the triangle.
Yeah, well, see, I see the triangle on the processor.
Yeah.
I guess just goes with the.
It goes with a dot. You're absolutely right. Usually, they usually have like a little on the actual socket here. It's usually like a little gray triangle. All right, so guys, since he's going with a 970 Evo NVMe M.2 drive, we're not going to have any actual solid state drives, any of the big drives. We're going to have the small ones that are going to sit on the board. Yeah. So he's got the 1 terabyte here. That's going to be a storage drive for his games, and he's got his 500 gigabyte here. That's going to be his boot drive. So right here, you should have a M.2 slot back behind here. And then you should have one somewhere else on the board, and we'll find that in a second. As soon as we take this shield off, all right? And we'll be back. All right, so right now what we're doing is we are mounting the NVMe M.2 drives. At first we didn't see that it had, you put that on there, took the shield off, you got your one right there, but also the other one which we didn't see is right here. It doesn't have a heat shield on it, but that's fine. You know, it's not gonna really hurt anything. But just giving you guys an update on the build when he gets that. And I have to find another screw that's gonna fit off in there, because I don't know if I have one, but I think I do. As long as we get a good seat, there we go, and it pops up just like that. And then you would push that down, screw it in, and it should be secured fine. So right now you can see right there where he's securing it in. Should be fine. And then on the back of this, have your heat material that's going to absorb some of the heat also, even though these really don't need any. So I'll mount mine as soon as I find a screw, and then we'll get this motherboard into the case, and then we'll go from there. All right guys, so we're coming back. We have finished our NVMe M.2 drive mounting, and right now we're doing the RAM installation. So, and you see a big old spider. I'm not even gonna delete that. So he's gonna mount the RAM, and every time you mount your RAM, it's gonna be keyed. And what I mean by keyed is, you see that little notch down there? So you're gonna find out how that matches up on your motherboard, and you're just gonna press them down off in there until you hear a nice satisfying click or a crunch even sometimes. And at the bottom right here, you can see these little tabs here, and those tabs, if you press them hard enough, those tabs will start to kind of move up, and that's how you know that you have it down far enough. So you want to put some good even pressure on both sides till you hear like a little click. Make sure you're pressing on the top side too. Are they good and sturdy?
Yeah. Pressing that together.
All right. I'm gonna try it again. I think you got to push them down a little bit more. But the keys are matching up?
Yeah.
All right, let me see for a second. Here, hold this. All right. Let me pull one out real quick, and I'll just go one by one.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Go to the next one. I know like this stuff is expensive, so it's kind of scary. But after you build a few of them, man, you ain't gonna be scared no more. Easy. I think this one might be. There we go. Get the last one. And then after that, just check and make sure all those tabs are up, and we're good. All right, now we got our RAM mounted. We have our CPU mounted. We have our NVMe M.2 drives already mounted on here. And next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and mount the motherboard into the case. Normally we would mount the motherboard in the case first, but it shouldn't hurt anything. We should be able to get around everything. I'm debating on whether I want to go ahead and put the fans in there, but we'll figure it out when we go. And I got to figure out where the damn spider went to, because I'm kind of scared of spiders. All right, so one of my subscribers asked me about where the wires and stuff go. So I can go ahead and tell you now, we are using a NZXT Z73 radiator and AIO cooler. Usually when they come, they have an Intel bracket on it. I'm gonna take this off and you just twist it off. It comes right off. I'm gonna put the AMD one on there. So I hope I had it the right way. And let me see, it's gonna be like that. So we wanna have it so it's straight up like this. Now for this cool plate, we don't want to keep that that stock cooling, whatever you want to call it, paste on there. So what you're going to do is take your alcohol and then put it on a towel and wipe all that off, clean it off, and we're going to use some, I think I got some Arctic Silver paste, or whatever kind of paste this is. Better paste than what they have on there. That's what I'll tell you. So that's what we're going to do now. Keep that there. A little bit of alcohol. And we're just gonna wipe this off until it comes off completely. Just like that. Turn it over. Wipe it off a little bit more and you're done. Now after that, right here, what I'll do is I'll take some of my paste. I'll make like an X or a piece shaped or pea-sized little glob right there in the middle. And then the way we'll set it up is the radiator is gonna sit on it this way. And then this right here is gonna just curl right around and sit on it just like that. So it's gonna sit right on top of that. You were asking whether or not it's gonna leak or anything like that. It won't leak because everything is self-contained within the radiator and the pump right here. Now as far as the wires go, the wires that come with it, you're gonna have this wire right here. This wire is gonna plug right into the top of the pump right there. And then the other end is going to loop around the back part of the motherboard, and you're going to most likely plug it into one of these headers down here. All right, the other set of wires that you have are going to look like this. This is going to be your SATA power. That's what your fans are going to get power from. And as you can see, they're all daisy chained together. So this right here, this top portion, is also going to plug directly into the pump. That's going to go into the pump. That's going to go over the motherboard to the back, and it's going to give all of your fans power through these daisy chain wires. And it's as simple as that. I'll show you how it all looks after I get done, and I'll see you guys when we get back, because we don't got that much tape, damn it. All right, now we're getting to the part where we got to put the motherboard in, and he's going to go ahead and set that in there, and he's going to match up the standoffs with the screw holes. All right, so it looks like there, yep, we got that one, and then at the top there, in that top corner, right, yeah, it looks like it's matched up.
Yeah, all of them matched up.
All right.
Just there you go. Fell into place.
All right, so when you start doing stuff like this, and you want to put your motherboard in your case, a lot of times we try to power up. Sometimes you'll put too much pressure on the motherboard with the screw, and it'll make that that motherboard have metal contact with the case, and then it'll cause the CPU or the computer to not turn on. So that's what you call grounding. So you want to have some even pressure, but not too much to the point where you have the motherboard have too much contact with the metal case. So we got to find our screws for our motherboard and just go ahead and fasten that down, and we should be all right with that. And we'll be back. All right, guys, so what we ended up doing was we moved the radiator to the front, and we're going to have that as an intake, pretty much pulling cool air from the front of the system into the system. But what we found out that the Noctua fans that I'm giving them to put into the build, they didn't have any screws because I ain't got no fucking screws to go with it. So what we did was we took 2 screws off of 2 of the different fans and we're going to use them to mount them to the bottom. Another nice thing about this case is you can see that there has a fold out little mesh, or the fold out little area here where the radiator is. So all he has to do is just fold it in, and then you can see just like that. Just mount it down just like that. Easy. We ended up taking the drive cage out of the bottom because we're not going to use any mechanical drives or anything else. You guys already saw earlier in the video that we have the NVMe 970 EVOs 500 and the 1 terabyte there for the storage drive and the boot drive. But I figured I would go ahead and record that little section there and show you guys how we ended up getting around some of the, I wouldn't call it a setback, but basically how we want to add more airflow to it. So we're going to have the 3 fans right here for the intake. We took 2 fans and put them up top, and then we have 2 fans we're going to have at the bottom. And yeah, that's pretty much the fun part about putting computers together, trying to figure out exactly what you want to do to keep everything cool. So I figured I would record that and put that in the video. All right, we're back and it's the moment of truth. We're getting ready to put the pump on top of the CPU. So first you want to do is get your thermal compound, take the top off of that, and you want to put a pea-sized amount on top of the right in the middle of the CPU.
Am I gonna take all of it?
That's all right. Keep going.
That's all of it.
That's all. All right, that's cool. I might did I have another set or another
Syringe.
oh shit. All right, we ran out, but I had some more, so I'm just gonna do the same thing, take the top off and just add a little bit more to the middle right there. And it should be enough. All right, that's good. That's perfect. All right, and then he's gonna take the AO pump and he's gonna stick it right on top of that, and he's gonna match up the screw holes.
Make sure I have it the right way.
Gonna make sure that he has his wires on the top of it. Just gonna line that up. Oops, turn the light off. I'm always turning the light off.
There we go.
That's how these small YouTube channels gotta do it. We gotta do it the janky way. All right, and now what you wanna do is just take your 4 little thumb screws here, and then you're just gonna finger tight them on down. See, he's got thermal compound and stuff all over his knuckles. We got in a fight earlier and he punched me in the face.
I outrank him though.
Yeah, he outranks me. I had to kick him in the nuts, but it's all good. And after you get done with that, you can take your screwdriver and just like give it like a small, like a quarter of a quarter turn. And it should be all right. You see how he's doing that, where he'll put one screw on one side and then he'll go to the direct opposite side and screw that one in. That's how you want to do that and apply even pressure on all 4 sides. And for the person who did ask about this, I hope that this short part of the video helps. I'll make sure that I tag you, or I'll go to your comment and I'll leave that as a comment up under yours as a reply. All right. And that's the final one, right?
This one's the final one. That's a little bit easier for us at work and using tools at work.
That's why I usually build computers at work. There we go. That's good. They're actually good.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually getting them finger tight is fine. All right. And that's that. That's how it is. We're going to route these cables to the back of the motherboard and then hook everything up as far as power goes. You see right there what he's doing is he's taking the hoses and routing them either up under or over the RAM, which is fine. It's not going to mess with anything. We have our fans already mounted to the front, and they're going to be intake. We have our fans mounted to the top. They're going to be exhaust. And we have our other fan at the back. That's also going to be exhaust. And before we get done, we're going to take 2 other fans that I had for spare and put that at the bottom. And they're going to have, I think they're going to blow the air up through everything. So it's going to go, air is going to come up through the GPU, pass over the components with the RAM and the CPU, and then get exhausted out of the top and out of the back. And then I think the next part will be the final product. All right, see you guys then. All right, we're back. We tried to install the GPU, but we found out that part of the case was getting in front of it, so we couldn't do anything about it. So what we're doing is taking that off, and we're gonna finally install the GPU. All right, so just pulling that off. All right, now, it ain't gonna look as pretty, but
I can modify this.
yeah, we can probably end up taking that and modifying that, so we'll still have some kind of a cover. But for right now, we want to get the GPU in there because without GPU, it ain't gonna work. So go ahead and do the honors. He's gonna be using a Gigabyte GeForce RTX 2070 Super. Here you go. Do the honors of plugging that in there.
Yeah.
All right, you need some light?
Yeah.
That should feel a whole lot better. and then you're gonna keep pushing until you feel that. There you go. All right, now you're gonna take those pieces that you took off the brackets and you're gonna secure it down. Now, if you do want to drive with this, I would say take the GPU out or set the computer on its side, and then possibly maybe put some ESD safe material underneath it so it doesn't move too much. So right now what he's doing is he's just securing those brackets on there so the GPU isn't flopping all over the place and breaking those connections. All right, if I'm not mistaken, you get 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
Is it catching?
No.
What do you got?
I went into the wrong.
Oh, went to the wrong one?
Yeah.
No problem. See how it's janky tech YouTube channels have to do it? We gotta use these lights like this and a phone camera. Gotta start somewhere.
Put this one back on.
Yeah, I hate those things. They gotta come up with a different kind of way to do that. Got your bracket right there too, if you want. It feels like you're working on a car.
Yeah. It's all good though.
I'm gonna have to bring that back end up too a little bit. See how it's dipping down?
I'll wait on that then.
All right.
Back in.
Back here in this little area when you're putting the bracket in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the cord was dipping.
Yep, then you just bring it on down. That's it. You screw it in, it should be fine.
Gotta make sure one.
The top one.
That's what I thought.
Got a little bit of blood on your finger, man. You putting blood in this thing.
The screwdriver.
All right, we'll come back when it's all completely assembled, and we got to install Windows on it. We have to get into the BIOS and make sure it posts first of all, and we got to connect the wires up to the GPU, and then everything should be fine. We'll hook his monitor up. I don't know how many hertz his monitor is. I think it's like over 240, but it should be fine. And this particular GPU has 2 DisplayPort connections and also 2 HDMI connections. So we'll come back after we've done all the nerdy shit. I'm gonna make sure that when I get into his BIOS, I'm gonna set his RAM at 3200 so it's full speed instead of the 2133 megahertz like most manufacturers do. We're gonna get him set up so he's gonna be gaming pretty soon. We'll come back when we get done with all that. All right, we're turning it on. Looks like we got power. Turn that monitor this way. Just gonna see if it posts. Yeah, the room looks like a mess. See that? So you got all your RGBs and stuff turned on, but it doesn't have an operating system on it right now. So I see the NZXT Z73 came on. ASUS DisplayPort. All right, it is posting, and I told you it's going to be at 2133. It's got all your core specs. CPU or memory or CMOS have been cleared. Please enter setup configuration of your system. Press F1 to start your system. So you're going to plug up your keyboard, and then go from there. Alright, so we got our screwdrivers and stuff all sitting here. He's got his keyboard, he's gonna plug that up. We're gonna make sure that it all works. Got that plugged up, we got power. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and press F1. Going to setup. Okay, you posted. Good deal. All right, so you see where it says your DDR speed at 2133 megahertz? We're gonna set that so you can actually be at your full speed at 3200 megahertz. But first what we wanna do is we wanna set your boot priority. And let's see, in fact, hold on. I don't wanna do optimized default just yet. I don't wanna escape out of that. I need your mouse.
Getting out now.
I need your mouse.
You got a mouse pad since we on the floor?
You don't need one. You need your box.
Yeah.
For right now. I think I got a mouse pad you can have.
I got one at the house.
All right. Cool. Let's go ahead and use that. And get it in. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set everything up here. You guys have already seen my other videos of how I set up the RAM and all that good stuff. This is a different interface than Asus. This is an Asus, what is it, Tough board? It's by Tough. All right, this is the final clip right now. He's gonna do the plastic peel. He is gonna upgrade his fans, his case fans. They're gonna go to Corsair, probably 120s LL series like I have in my build. So we can get like the 140s.
Yeah, in the top up here.
Okay, so we're gonna probably do some 140s up top, some 120s in the bottom, and 120s in the back, so we can have like some more lighting effects and stuff. So as you can see right now, he's got his different lights in the front, Lian Lee case, and go ahead and do the plastic peel, man. That's like what everybody's waiting for. So satisfying. Open that up right there, and then boom. So he's got the Noctua fans on the bottom. He's got his case fans on at the back and the top. Corsair memory and the NZXT Z73 cooler for the CPU. And I will keep you guys updated on anything that he does new. But so far, it's a good build. Temperatures are really nice. We installed Windows and everything pretty much went off correctly. So what did you learn from the PC build? I told you it's like Legos for grown-ups.
Definitely be building some more. Taking my kids, gonna go build them more next. As I take parts off mine, use that on theirs. They don't got a job anyway, so I ain't finna spend all the money on them.
So you're gonna have the good build, but kind of selfish, man. But no, all in all, I think that today's build was actually really damn fun. He learned a lot, but like I really didn't have to teach him anything because smart as fuck, just like me. So I had a lot of fun with this build, and I look forward to playing with him on Call of Duty and everything else that we play with. But we have inducted a new person into the PC gaming and PC master race, so I appreciate it. And man, it was fun, dude. So any last words?
See everybody on the games.
See everybody on the games. All right, that's what's up, man. They got the October event right now for Call of Duty, so we gotta get you on Call of Duty and get you playing zombies, man. But like, man, it was a lot of fun building this PC with you, and I'm glad that you're gonna be able to enjoy this and be able to get on with the rest of us. So join us, nerds. So anyway, see you guys in the next video, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Darth Skater out. Peace.